Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Thank you for stopping in. My name is Darlene and I'll be doing a reading today for your deceased loved one or ancestor. So before I get started, I'm going to be shuffling. Let me get my business out of the way and then we'll get right into it because I already have someone coming through. Today, sorry, I got a little distracted there. So, when you click on this video or you make a comment or you hit the like button, and if you subscribe, all those are very, very appreciated. And it makes a difference certainly to grow my channel, and I'm just getting started here on YouTube. So again, I appreciate that so much. But also it helps to, it tells, YouTube, well, somebody's interested in this content, so let's push it out to a broader audience, and therefore it's more likely to reach the families that it's intended for. So that's a great big plus. Thank you so much for all of you who do that. And for you new subscribers, I am giving away a free reading, and all you have to do is subscribe, and YouTube will send me a notice when you subscribe. And then at the beginning of December, I will make a separate video to announce that winner, so you'll want to stay tuned to the end. And let's see what else. Yeah, stay tuned to the end because I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. And what else? I think that's it for now. Yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end. I won't go into it now because I really need to get into this energy. I've got this man coming through. Pretty strong energy today on that. Well, okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm listening to Spirit and talking at the same time. Thank you. All right, they're saying quit. Okay. I'm looking at I know I hate it when readers do that, or they say, oh, how interesting, or oh, and you can't see the cards. You don't know what the heck they're looking at. Sorry, I'm looking at these cards. One second. Let me just take a quick look at these. At the bottom of the deck, I promise I'm coming. Okay, so they're saying that deck is ready, and I'm using this little bitty deck that I love because it's easy to shuffle. And I'll try to hold the cards up so you can see them better. I know they're small. So today I'm bringing through a gentleman who, he was a doctor. Now he's showing me himself in two different attires, I guess you would say. Himself as in a business suit with a tie and that sort of thing, and then also as a doctor in scrubs and a stethoscope around his neck. So I get the feeling, that the impression I get from that is that he had some kind of position, administrative position or authoritative position, in addition to just being a practicing physician. But what he came through with, as soon as I was able to bring that in, clearly he kept saying, I didn't do it. I just over and over again, I didn't do it. So the rest of the story that unfolded is, apparently there was some, gosh, I don't know what to call this. I don't want to put a label on it and it not be accurate. Of course, I don't want you to think something, if this resembles your story that wasn't true. Something happened. How about that? Something happened, what tarot readers would refer to as a tower moment of big upheaval. So this could have been any number of things. It could have been, it could have been as severe as there was a decision made that caused someone's ultimate death because of a physician's decision. It could have been that. It could have also be, I don't get the sense that this was an administrative position, or, technically it could be, somebody embezzled money or something like that. I really get the feeling that this had to do with a medical decision or medical action like maybe somebody was performing a surgery. This would have been about him, was performing a surgery. And that's more the feeling I get about this. And something happened that either caused irreversible damage to the person laying there who was having the surgery, or could have actually caused their death. I'm just not seeing that particular outcome clearly, because that's not what he wants me to focus on. What he wants me to focus on is the impact that had to his life. So, and I guess I can go ahead and turn some of these cards over while I'm talking, because I kind of knew, yeah, it's backing up what I was feeling, and I just wanted to, sometimes it's easier for me to get the story out because there's just so much energy bombarding me, and I feel like this, I'm going to pop sometimes if I don't get it out. Anyway, so it caused an abrupt, no, that's not what he's saying, no, not abrupt. Whatever this incident was that happened involving him, I get the picture. I'm picturing an operating room is what they're showing me, an operating room. And you know, in most operating rooms, there's several nurses. Sometimes there's more than one doctor. In this case, there was more than one doctor. Or it could have been a physician in charge and a doctor who is, what do they call that? When you're going through your residency. So it could have been a younger doctor and a more experienced doctor. But something happened that caused an incident, and this doctor that's coming through was blamed for it. And it could have been maybe this other doctor did it, but because he was the senior physician, he got blamed for it, or he had to take responsibility for it. Something like that happened, or you know, it just could have been as simple as, you know, he was the one, but he's saying he didn't do it. He keeps saying, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. So whatever happened, he got blamed for it, though. He got blamed for it, and it really turned his career in a very different direction. I get the feeling that ultimately he either lost his job, or because he was so upset about this, he went into a downward spiral, became depressed. I think he probably even started drinking, is what I'm seeing. Something like that. Yeah, I'm just seeing the whole story without him pulling these cards. So, okay, Spirit. And I believe he was on his second marriage. And it's kind of what they're showing me is sort of the not uncommon circumstance of, you know, that the physician falls in love maybe when he's in college or whatever, and he marries marries while he's in college and going through his early residency years. And of course, people only focus about how much money doctors make. It also costs them a huge investment to get their education. And when they get out of school, most of them come out with a huge amount of debt, and then expenses to get their practices up and going. It's you know, a lot of expense. So this first wife helped him do all of that. She worked very, very hard. She supported him. I think they might have had 1 or 2 children together even. You know, she was his backbone essentially in terms of running the household, taking care of the kids, because, you know, he was always at the home. You know, it's just the typical story. And then somewhere along the line, as he became more successful, I guess whatever happened, they divorced, and then he gets the second wife who, and I'm not meaning to sound judgmental, this is just the words that I'm hearing from Spirit, is then he gets the, you know, the trophy wife, who is, you know, beautiful and younger and whatever. Well, after this incident happened, because his finances were affected, and more importantly, what he's showing me, the order of events is, the event happened, he became very, very depressed and almost reclusive, and and that started, you know, that was just a downward spiral. And then I think either lost his practice, or because of this incident he wasn't allowed to practice anymore, whatever. Obviously his finances were affected. And I think because of the culmination of those, this second wife left him. And I see he's showing me him sitting alone in his house or wherever, you know, with his head in his hands, kind of crying, very much in remorse, because he's looking back now. So I think this message today is for the first wife. I should have prefaced it with that, I guess. He's looking back and saying, I wish, you know, it's that case, the old adage of, I didn't know what I had till it was gone. I didn't appreciate you for what you did for me until I lost everything, and now I can see you were always faithful, you were always devoted to me, you were always there, you always had my back, you always, you know, you supported me to get me to this position in life, and I just didn't appreciate it. And I think that really is the big message that he wants to bring through today, aside from the message of it wasn't his fault. So whatever happened, there were several people. He's taking me back now to the operating room scenario. There were 5, 6, 7 people in this operating room. And I don't know, again, I can't see the details of who and what this surgery was about. But it might have been, I get the sense that it might have been a combination of decisions by other people in the operating room. For example, maybe the anesthetist, the person who administers the anesthesia, made a decision about something, and in combination with that, the nurse might not have given the exact right something. So it was maybe something like that, where the combination of those actions caused this event to happen. But he's, again, just being very clear, it wasn't my fault. I didn't make the decision. It wasn't my fault. Or I wasn't responsible. That's really what he's saying. Let me see what else is here. It's somebody, and here's a secondary message I'm getting. Somebody waited too long. That's what they're saying here. Now, again, if y'all haven't been to one of my readings, I don't necessarily read the common meanings to the cards like you would in a tarot reading, because of the context, the kind of reading this is. So if you're looking at these cards and thinking that's what, well, that card doesn't mean that. Well, that's my reading, and this is how I'm reading these cards. It's the messages that are coming from these cards. But the messages I'm getting, I told you I was going to hold these up where you could see this. There was a decision that was made in the operating room, and it feels to me like it was because somebody held back too long. Somebody held back maybe making the decision, or held back on giving the anesthesia. Something about the anesthesia, maybe they needed to give more of it during the procedure and they held back. Or maybe they didn't give the right dosage and gave a lesser dosage. Or maybe they didn't do some kind of something in the surgery in time. There's something about holding back. Somebody held back. Something was held back that caused this to happen. And okay, well, 1 second here while I look at these other cards and see what they're saying. Yeah, and I think that it caused some kind of a legal action. So if this, for example, if this person didn't die on the operating table, but they were somehow affected physically or whatever, they might have turned around and sued the hospital, and it cost this man to lose his job. Something that involved the justice decision, or somebody could have just been arrested for malpractice, or I can't think of that other word I'm trying to think, negligence or something like that. I don't know, but the justice system was definitely involved. I feel like it might have been more of a lawsuit or something. And a lot of this was illuminated, but not all of it. Yeah. but not all of it. I'm just feeling, again, I keep coming back to this Four of Cups, which is like holding back and disappointment, and it's just what I'm getting. Yeah, this could have been somebody's. I get the sense there's a battle of egos here. There was maybe in the operating room there was a difference of opinion between what the doctor was saying or whatever, and the person administering the whatever, and somebody made a different decision on their own, and it caused this whatever to happen here. Because I feel like they had short-term victory in the moment, and then this something happened here, whatever this was. Okay, yeah, I don't want to go too deep in the deck there. I don't like, because it gets a little watery, a little diluted. So the message is twofold. If any of you know this, about this incident, or anybody involved in this incident, maybe you show them this video and share it with them, or if you know who this ex-wife is, maybe share it with her, because he definitely wanted to bring two messages in today. One is he's, again, adamant that this was not his fault, even though he got blamed for it. And I think he really, really wants her to know that. And secondly, and equally as important, I think, he wants you to know that he's sorry for the way he treated you. He's very remorseful for how he treated you. And he said, you know, he actually treated you almost like an option in the end before you broke up. That he, apparently, I won't go there. But yeah, it just feels to me like he was, I think at the end of your marriage, he was a bit reckless. And can I interpret this? It's almost like he's saying, he's almost like he was trying to push your button so you would leave him, because he wanted out to go, you know, sow his wild oats or whatever. He wanted out of the relationship, and so I think he did some things that irresponsible or just downright, you know, wrong. Let me just say that, downright wrong, or certainly not within the bounds of marriage. And he's telling me in some of it he was actually kind of blatant about, and he's just wanting to express how remorseful he is about how he treated you. And he's also saying, thank you very much for taking such good care of the kids. Now, you know, this could have been pets too. I mean, if you didn't have children together, it could have been pets, but I feel like you did have children. And he's just saying you were always the rock. You were always the rock, their rock and my rock. And he just wants to acknowledge you for that. Okay, let's see. Is anything else, Spirit? Okay, they want me to pull a couple of cards from this deck. 1 second, please. All right, what else, Spirit? Y'all bear with me while I shuffle, please. I like to take jumpers, so sometimes this takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute, unless they tell me to stop. Okay. Come on, Spirit. These people got busy lives. We need to get on. We need to get on with it. Let's go on. Give me a card, please. Okay, one more shuffle. There we go. Thank you. There it goes. Yeah, it's just, okay, let's hit the bottom of the deck. Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, just acknowledging. It's just a repeat message, basically. Yeah, it's just exactly. It's a repeat message. He's acknowledging that he kind of cast you aside for other options, and that's what he's feeling regret about. He's saying, but you stood, you know, you were willing to fight for the connection. You were willing, because you persevered through all the crap that apparently he put you through. And he knows he hurt you badly, but now this is also representing remorse that he felt about this and all the conflict that he put you through. And who did this? King of Wands put this Queen of Pentacles through this. Yeah. And I don't want to go too deep again, but that's, yeah, until he didn't, until he walked away, or you walked away. I think in the end, you tried to, what my sense is, and I'm not certain about this, but my sense is he kept trying to push you away and push you away and push you away, and you just stood by him and you know, just thought, well, this is going to pass. And in the end, he finally probably ended up divorcing you because you didn't let go, and because he was too much in his ego and pride, and he just thought there was a new horizon, something bigger and better for him, and he went and made an offer somewhere else. So okay, that's all of that. But he is clearly remorseful for how he treated you, and I'm sure that came through in his life review when he crossed over. Okay, folks, that's all I have for you on that reading today. I hope this reaches the family and this woman that it's meant for. And as promised, let me mention one more time, if you stay to the end, that I am giving away a free reading to someone. And I will be announcing that in December. So all you have to do is to subscribe. And when you subscribe, YouTube sends me a notice. Now remember, they will send me a notice based on your YouTube handle. So when I create a video where I will do that, like I said, first week in December, excuse me, I'll create a video specifically to announce the person who's winning this reading. But I'm going to just literally take names and put them in a bowl or a hat or a basket or something, and pull out a name. Now, the name I'm putting in there is your YouTube handle. So if your YouTube handle is Hello Kitty, but your name is, you know, Betty Smith, then I'm going to announce Hello Kitty, because I don't know what your real name is. I only have the YouTube handle to go by. So just bear that in mind. And then after that, after I announce that video and I say, okay, Hello Kitty has won the free reading, then I'll just ask you to please contact me by email to say, this is me and I've won the reading, and where do we go from here? And then I'll give you details. And my email address I'll announce that later, but I am starting to open up private readings, a few. I don't have a lot of slots, but a few. So if anybody's interested in that, you can reach me. It's listed in the description box below. And just, you know, shoot me an email, and that's it. Okay, so if you've stayed to the end, I'm very, very grateful. I know your time is valuable, and I very much appreciate it. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe and then hit that like button. I'm also very grateful for everything you do to interact with my video. If you make a comment, I try to respond within a day or two if I can. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and take care, everybody. Until next time, bye-bye.